Hi, this is Kevin again, and just want to show you around my garden. It's May 5th, 2011. March was pretty dry, basically a drought, but when April came, we got showers, got about 5 inches of rain, great for the garden. Helped a lot of the freeze damage on the plants, and just going to take you around the garden, show you an update of it, and just show how everything has blossomed in the last 4 weeks. So here we go. As you can see, the Mediterranean fan palm has got leaves coming up. It's fairly slow growing, but by the end of summer, that will be a full bush. Quite a few leaves coming up once the rains hit on the citrus fruits. As you can see, the palm trees are all putting up new leaves. Here in Dallas, they're pretty much a perennial. The leaves die during the winter, but they come back in the spring. And if it's a mild winter, which we've had up until the last couple years, we'll have the leaves still. Went ahead and transplanted some spider lilies that were on the other side of the garage over here, just for effects, and had some cannas right around here that I took out. They were too tall for the front of the house. Moved them to the back of the house across the creek where they look good. Trimmed up the pomegranate tree, so now the palms are getting enough light. It was eating up a lot of light there. That is an artichoke. It's an experiment to see how it does. Of course, we've got desert willow right here and holly I've trimmed up, and then Texas sage. It's going to be blooming shortly. This is my pindo palm, the Butea capitata. As you can see, I removed the other ones because they were dead. This one is still alive. It is slowly growing up. It should be putting out new shoots sometime soon. As you can see, it's still green, so it's still alive. Trim back the roses. Let me see, this is the crepe myrtle, gotten pretty big. Trimmed up all the nandinas around the tree. Trimmed the windmill palm, which, as you can see, has absolutely no damage on it. I had a Phoenix canariasis here, Canary Island date palm, not so good. Took it out. Oleanders, just about ready to pop out blooming. They survive the freezes perfectly. More cannas. Got yucca blooming. Spanish dagger. Got a century plant there. It's coming nicely. These two palms are coming up nicely. Another Mediterranean palm right there. The center core died, but it's got babies around it which are coming back up. It's another crepe myrtle. This right here is a catalpa tree. It's a cross between a desert willow and a catawba, and a bunch of branches died this winter. It's got fire ants in it, so I had to go up and trim those all off. Of course, the rose bush is doing fantastically. Cannas are doing great. So our vegetables. This is a desert willow. It's a little spindly. Gotta trim it back. Neighbor's desert willow. So you can see the trunks. You had to cut the whole thing off 2 years ago because of a harsh freeze which broke all the branches, but see how fast it comes back. Some more roses. This I'm letting Joe have as his garden, part of it, as long as he's got flowers in it. He's growing greens. That right there is cabbage and gourds. Let me show if I can. Right there is a gourd forming, non-edible kind. We got sunflowers in here too. It's my neighbor Bill's house. He just put a new roof on. It's his particular style of gardening. I don't quite care for it, but hey, it's his. Some wildflowers Joe planted. This is where I took the spider lilies from. Some more cannas, irises. Okay, this is the main vegetable garden, which is Joe's project. We've got is thyme and oregano. Got some celery there, you can't tell, but this is some zucchini squash. As you can see, it's about to flower. Romaine tomatoes. Let me see if I can zoom in. You can see at this angle the tomato that's in there. There we go. And there. These are all doing really well. Right there is mint, cilantro. These are all potatoes. As you can see, I've got bamboo still coming up. That stuff's invasive and impossible to get rid of, and it comes up in the strangest places. There's another tomato growing. He's got beans growing all along here, black beans, pinto beans, red beans. Got some basil right there. Got some romaine lettuce and some other lettuce in there too. This is all the new growth on the bamboo. So we come back here. So get a good shot here. Sorry if the sun comes in, but you can see the bamboo is getting pretty big. Go up to it here. Started it 10 years ago with two or three little sprigs of bamboo, but look at that. It's about 2.5 inches around. Pretty tall. Brought the ficus trees out for the summer. Grape wisteria, which is something's eating it. We're not quite sure what, but we'll have to spray it. I don't like normally using inorganic pesticides, but this thing is special. You see bamboo, bamboo. It's the creek. When it rains, it goes up, comes up over the wall. Here's the cannas that I planted across the creek. It's right here. There's a cypress tree that I planted 8 years ago, and it's a little sapling. It's grown a lot. Japanese lanterns. Here, let me show you this side. So the theme for my backyard is kind of Japanese style. So both these lanterns, what I did is I took one of those torches, those solar powered torches that you can get from Home Depot or Lowe's, took it apart, rewired the solar cells on top and put the lamp inside. So at night they glow, they flicker, both of them. Some Aralias and of course some bamboo coming back up. It's a Japanese maple, quite well, likes it here. Pisporum, lots of jasmine, Asian jasmine. Got some star jasmine over there, it smells great. All this has just grown up so much. As you can see up there, let's see, there's a better picture of it. Had the neighbor, tree branch from the neighbor fell right down here. Had to cut that up. This is another pinto palm that I had back here. The leaves that you see are left over from last winter. I don't know why this one just did better, but they kept its leaves. It's another pittosporum. Planted that as a little 1-gallon shrub in 8 years. Pretty big. So there's a view of the creek. That's a little waterfall dam that we built, and it gives us a nice area here. A little pond. There aren't any fish out right now, but they usually come out at night. We've got just tons of perch in there. There are several turtles. There's a big snapping turtle we call Snappy, who gets washed down every time it rains and comes crawling back up slowly. And you can go to my partner's website. Hi, kitty. Hi, kitty, kitty. And we got lots of cats around. We got pretty kitty. There's a water moccasin in this creek, so we have to be a little careful. Sometimes he comes up, but I've got a pretty good wall here. And this is a cottonwood tree. The whole thing rotted, fell over 2 years ago, and put up new shoots. So, that's pretty much it about the house and the yard. Got all the landscape lighting all working again, so it's great at night. This is my hot tub. It was great until the heating element went out. And I don't have the $400 to replace the heating element, so I can now use it as a cool tub, or it just sits there. Kind of a waste, but you gotta do what you gotta do. So, here's my chimney. I've never seen a chimney that big, but just in case. Some ficus trees. So, that pretty much concludes my video. And I hope you enjoyed it, and I'm going to keep you updated on the progress of the garden. Thanks.